So you want to learn Spanish but don't know where to start. I'm going to give you 5 artists that you must listen to that will boost your listening comprehension and help you learn more words. And the best part is these singers are going to be from all around the Spanish speaking world, so you can expose yourself to a wide range of vocabulary and different dialects of Spanish. I'm going to link in the description something you can download that's going to help you practice Spanish as you listen to music that you're going to love every day. Whenever we're listening to music, it's going to help us with our listening comprehension skills. So the more you listen to in Spanish, the more you're going to be able to understand. But here's the painful catch-22. Most of the time, if somebody is learning a language, they don't know who to look for to listen to music that's going to help them learn. I had this issue 15 years ago when I started learning Spanish, and I don't want you to have this issue today. Now, here's the problem with people that are going to tell you who to listen to in Spanish. They're going to tell you people that aren't really relevant anymore. And if you want to improve your Spanish and be able to not only practice your listening comprehension, but also your spoken Spanish skills, you need to know who are the hottest people to listen to right now. That way you can have a conversation with other native Spanish speakers. If I tell you to listen to Mecano, who's very big in Spain, but not really relevant anymore, it's not going to help you so much when you're trying to speak to people. So this list is only people that are relevant today and very popular. Who are your favorite Spanish-speaking artists that you already know of? Let me know in the comments below because I'd love to hear about them. These are the artists that I recommend the most. So the first one we're going to see is from Argentina, and I love her music because she speaks Rioplatense Spanish. Rioplatense Spanish is a little bit different from anywhere else in the world, and I'm actually going to make a video for that and link it at the end of this video so you can understand a little bit more about Rioplatense Spanish. So the first person that I recommend listening to if you are trying to learn Spanish is a singer called TINI. This is TINI, and I absolutely love her music. She's one of my favorite people, and I actually went to her concert in Spain. That's how much I love her. And I think if you listen to her music, it's not only going to help you improve your listening comprehension skills, but it's going to be a very fun way of practicing it. The songs I recommend for a beginner speaker is called Suéltate el pelo. It means let your hair down. And the reason I really enjoy this song is because it's very clear, it's very slow, and it's very easy for people to understand. As you're listening to her song, it's going to be very simple for you to listen to the words, comprehend them, and know what she's saying. And because the chorus repeats itself again and again, once you learn it and listen to this song, you're going to understand all of the words that she's saying. Most of the song is written in a very simple form of Spanish to understand as well. And if you're a little bit more advanced and you want one of her most popular songs, a song people went absolutely crazy for in Spain, I highly recommend that you listen to a song called Miénteme. This one is going to be a little bit more difficult for you to understand if you're a beginner Spanish speaker, but if you're intermediate, is a fantastic song and I definitely recommend it. She's from Argentina, so the Spanish that she speaks is called Rioplatense, and if you're listening to this, you're also going to hear some of that come through in her songs. So it's a good way to expose yourself to many different dialects of Spanish as you're learning through music. Let's look at someone who's not from Argentina because Rioplatense Spanish is only used in one part of the world. And if you are learning Spanish, one of the best countries to look at is Colombia. Colombia is absolutely excellent for learning Spanish because they speak very pure Spanish. In all of Latin America, they're the country that's most going to speak Spanish from the RAE, R-A-E, that is most from Spain, and many people consider this very, very correct. I have to recommend somebody from Colombia, CAMILO, and he's not as big as some of the other artists, but he has one song that's absolutely fantastic for a beginner learner in Spanish, and that song is called Aeropuerto. As you're listening to this, first of all, the input is very comprehensible. If you're listening to his song, it's going to be very simple for you to understand the words, and he's going to repeat the words again and again. So basic, simple structures and very clear, easy to understand words in this specific song. But here's the trick to understanding Spanish as you're listening to music, and it's called word association. We do the same thing in English. If I tell you the word airport, you're probably going to be able to tell me 5 or 6 different words that are associated with the airport. Fly, airplane, and this song does a very good job of helping you to associate words with other words in the song. I actually have a worksheet for you guys. It's in the comment section below. If you want to practice Spanish while listening to music, go ahead and grab that workbook and let me know what you guys think. The next artist I want to tell you about actually comes from Mexico. So if you're from the United States and you're learning Spanish, this is the person that you want to listen to most on this list, because you're going to hear a lot of words from Mexico, which people in the United States are probably already using. And her name is Gloria Trevi. I love this singer because she does an excellent job enunciating the words and singing them very clearly, and she uses a wide range of vocabulary as well. So if you're going to listen to her and you're a beginner Spanish speaker, I highly recommend that you listen to a song called Todos Me Miran. This song is actually a gay anthem, and I went to about 3 of her concerts when I was learning Spanish, and every time I went, I could see my Spanish get better and better. When I listen to her music, I know that she uses a wide range of vocabulary, and most of the time it's very easy and very clear to understand. So I highly recommend that you listen to her if you're learning Spanish and want to amplify your vocabulary. I have to say there are not many people who love her to death, and that's because she was involved in a scandal. She was in prison for 4 years in Brazil, so some people have a very mixed opinion of her, but I gotta tell you, her music is absolutely fantastic. She makes great music, especially if you are a gay person. Go ahead and listen to her music. I guarantee that you're going to love it. And if you're not a gay person, she still makes great music. It's going to be something that you're going to love. I'm sure many of you want me to go ahead and jump into Spain, but before I jump into Spain, I'm going to piggyback off of the United States because we're talking about a singer from Mexico anyway. And one of the most popular singers in the United States right now, who is also very popular in Colombia, and this artist is named Sebastián Yatra. A lot of his music can help you learn Spanish because he enunciates the words, they're very clear, and the beats are very catchy and they repeat themselves. If you want to listen to Sebastián Yatra to understand his style of music and practice your Spanish, I highly recommend that you listen to a song called TV by him. And this song is absolutely fantastic, makes excellent use of the past tense in Spanish, both the past progressive and the past complete. And some people might call this past preterite. I don't really like it too much because whenever you start to put grammar words in here, learning Spanish gets a lot more difficult than it needs to be. If you want to understand how the past tense works a little bit better, stick around to the end. I'm going to have a video that I put up here for you, and I promise you it will absolutely change the way that you approach learning Spanish and help you learn a lot better. Another thing that's really great about this song is he makes reference to other Spanish singers. So if you listen to it and you catch the words, you'll be able to go on a little rabbit hunt looking for other people that will help you learn the language. I'm sure many of you want to learn Spanish from Spain, and this is quite frankly, the Spanish that I am least acquainted with, but now that I live in England, I do go to Spain quite a bit. A lot of the colloquial language is a little bit difficult for me to understand still, but I am picking it up slowly as I work with more people in Spain. One of my absolute favorites, who's been around for forever, is named David Bisbal, and he sings excellent music, and it's also very clear and easy for you to understand. If you listen to his music, you'll also be able to find something for any like, because he sings with a bunch of other artists. He has a song with Sebastián Yatra, who I mentioned already in this video. So if you listen to his music, you can count on repetitive beats, repetitive choruses, and he also uses a wide range of vocabulary suitable for anyone from beginner all the way up to advanced learner, because in some of his songs, he's using very basic vocabulary, but in other songs, he tells a beautiful drawn out story with a lot of rich vocabulary. So I highly recommend, if you want to brush up on Spanish from Spain, that you go ahead and give him a chance. Now for the bonus round. I don't really like to listen to Spanish music from the United States, but if you want to listen to Spanish music from the United States, I recommend that you listen to Bad Bunny, because even though he is from Puerto Rico, that's still part of the United States. Whenever people from other countries come to America, their Spanish often has contact with English, And it can make it very difficult for you to understand what true Spanish should sound like, because whenever there's so much contact with the English, the Spanish starts to disappear and the English starts to shine through. Highly recommend listening to Bad Bunny. It's going to be the purest form of Spanish that you're going to be able to find. This, of course, is not an exhaustive list, and I actually have a humongous list of music that I recommend listening to, and I'm going to link to that in the comments below. And what I've done is I've actually given you guys some exercises here so that you can understand how to associate different words, and it'll also help you improve your listening comprehension. Go ahead, grab my workbook in the comments below. I promise you it will help you. You'll be able to listen to these songs multiple times, and I'm also going to give you my tips and tricks to learning Spanish through music, so that way you're not just listening and saying, hey, what's going on? Instead, it's going to be an actionable plan that you can use to improve your skills every day. And let me know, who are your favorite artists? Let me know in the comments, and let me know what you guys would like to see in future videos. I'm working on a bunch of things right now, a bunch of grammar-based things, trying to make it sound not so much like grammar because, ugh, how boring, right? If you liked the video, please hit the subscribe button to follow me and get updates on the next time that I'm going to make a video.